We live in a time where fascism has evolved, and America is under threat and danger.
This country was founded on white supremacy.
Several incidents illustrate the allegations of excessive force by ICE agents.
Meanwhile, there are legal questions about immigration enforcement's use of force while making those arrests.
Training documents obtained by investigation reveal that ICE agents are trained in the use of force.
The ACLU has documented concerns about ICE's tactics, highlighting the potential for abuse.
We are seeing a new America on the horizon, one where people are standing up to ICE and standing against anti-immigration entities that threaten the true American way.
This is Political True Crime, the ICE series.
ICE's enforcement practices have been under scrutiny for potential violation of civil liberties, including the Fourth Amendment's protection against unreasonable searches and seizures, due process rights, and equal protection under the law.
I view immigration as a wonderful opportunity for people to come to America and make their dreams come true.
Rather than making them or talking about putting up a fence, why don't we work out some recognition of our mutual problems, make it possible for them to come here legally with a work permit, and then while they're working and earning here, they pay taxes here. And when they want to go back, they can go back and they can cross and open the border both ways.
Unfortunately, that's just not true. And that's kind of heartbreaking. I'm the great-granddaughter of immigrants that, came over here from Hungary, Germany, Italy, Scotland. I'm definitely a Heinz 57, and, I appreciate our diverse culture. And I believe in the American dream, and that's why they boldly came over here on a boat. One of my great-grandmas was pregnant with her first child on the way over on the boat, and I just can't even imagine what that would have been like. But, people sacrifice so much to come to America to build their dreams and have a chance at fairness, and that's not even real. How we intentionally have illegal immigrants. The government allows it, even though they act like they don't, because of the economy.
And I supported this bill. I believe in the idea of amnesty for those who have put down roots and who have lived here, even though some time back they may have entered illegally. And these are employers down through the years who have encouraged the illegal entry into this country, because they then hire these individuals and hire them at starvation wages and with none of the benefits that we think are normal and natural for workers in our country, and the individuals can't complain because of their illegal status.
ICE, or the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, is the agency responsible for arresting, detaining, and removing non-citizens accused of violating immigration laws. They also investigate the illegal trafficking of humans and goods into the United States. The organization has over 20,000 employees across 400 offices in the U.S. and 46 other countries, according to the agency. Created in 2003, the organization focuses on homeland security and public safety. Unlike U.S. Customs and Border Protection, which mostly operates within 100 miles of our nation's borders, ICE makes arrests in the interior. ICE has an annual budget of approximately $8 billion and is used to fund different components, including homeland security investigations and enforcement and removal operations. While ICE has maintained the same function throughout both Democrat and Republican administrations, the Trump administration has sought to expand its authority.
On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history to get the criminals out.
Within hours of being sworn in, President Trump revoked policies that restricted agents from arresting migrants at sensitive locations like schools and churches, all with the goal of making good on his campaign promise to carry out mass deportation.
You're illegal here in the United States, correct, sir?
In the wake of recent ICE raids and arrests, hundreds of immigrant families and community members have marched in protest, calling for statewide protection of immigrant rights.
Training documents obtained by investigations reveal that ICE agents are trained in the use of force, with some materials appearing to encourage quick and decisive use of deadly force, and with little emphasis on de-escalation tactics. One training document stated that, quote, deadly force can be initiated immediately, unquote, and that officers are not required to give a warning before using deadly force. The agency's emphasis on, quote, law and order, unquote, has created a culture where officers feel justified in using excessive force.
The ACLU has documented concerns about ICE's tactics, highlighting the potential for abuse and the impact on families and communities. In another incident, a family on their way to church had their car surrounded by unmarked vehicles, and masked ICE officers allegedly shattered a car window and forcibly removed a passenger, resulting in claims of excessive force, wrongful arrest, and trauma. A significant issue is the lack of accountability for ICE's use of force. Investigations into incidents are often outsourced to local law enforcement, and the results are not always made public. The Department of Homeland Security, ICE's parent agency, has also been criticized for inadequate oversight. The Supreme Court's interpretation of the Bivens Act has made it difficult to hold ICE officers accountable for civil rights violations.
The use of excessive force by ICE has serious consequences, including physical injuries, psychological trauma, and the disruption of families. The lack of accountability and transparency further exacerbates these issues, undermining community trust and potentially leading to further abuses.
My thoughts on ICE, Immigration Customs Enforcement. First off, they're not going after hardcore criminals at all. They are going after everyday people minding their own business, trying to live their life.
Bullet holes at a Border Patrol facility in McAllen, Texas. The suspect killed in the act. A detention center in Prairieland, Texas targeted as well. Vehicles vandalized and 10 people arrested and charged with attempted murder.
We are seeing a new America on the horizon. One where people are standing up to ICE and standing against anti-immigration entities that threaten the true American way.
The growing list of attacks, both shocking and part of a widening trend of agents tasked with enforcing immigration law targeted, up nearly 700% from this time last year, according to the Department of Homeland Security. Issue believed to have propelled Donald Trump to the White House, losing him some support recently. A recent Quinnipiac poll showing 57% of people now disapprove of his handling of immigration, down from 46% in January. Still, law enforcement agencies are sounding alarm bells about the violence, vowing their crackdown on illegal immigrants is just getting started.
We intend to document as many stories of violence brought upon us by ICE and the people we call heroes who stand up against the tyrannical forces that are bent on destroying our ways of life.
If you want to support Peace Productions, please subscribe to our Patreon. The link is on the screen.